Highland Hill Farm is looking for a few good people for our landscaping crews in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. If you would like to work, give us a call. Here's a testimonial from a recent employee.
Good morning. I enjoyed myself yesterday. I have not worked hard in a couple months. I really did enjoy myself. Unfortunately, I'll be moving on. Well, I asked you the question about the pay rate through the email. I didn't notice your response email about the $10 an hour until I was already halfway there. So I figured I might as well work for the day. Who knows, I may like it, which I did. The problem is I'm collecting unemployment, which is $838 every 2 weeks. Which wouldn't be the smartest idea to take a lower paying job while I have been making more money. Totally my fault. I got your email late. It's not a problem. You don't owe me anything. I enjoyed the workout. However, please don't go through with the paperwork. I don't want to lose my unemployment while I am continuing the job search. I wish you the best of luck. I felt very welcomed. P.S. If things get too busy, I can offer weekend help, but it would have to be off the books. But I'm sure you'll find people. The staff is very welcoming.
This is Bill at Highland Hill Farm, and today I want to tell you a story about Mother's Day. A couple days ago, a man came here looking for a holly for his yard. And when he was ready to pay, he said he also needed a holly for his mom. Now, this man was about my age, so I said to him, well, there's some little perennials outside the window here. Just take her one and tell her it's from Bill at Highland Hill Farm. And so he was very happy to get a free perennial for his mother, and I was happy to give it to him. And we struck up a little conversation. And here's the story of that conversation. This man's approximately my age. And he said that his mother was 89. And I asked him, oh, well then your father was probably a vet. And he said, yes, my father was a vet. I said, mine too. And he said that he really missed his father. His father died a couple of years ago. And I said, I also. My mother and father are both deceased, and I miss them both. And then he said, was your father in the Army? And I said, no, my father was in the Army Air Corps. And he was saying that his father was in the Army. And he then went on to say that his father was in the Battle of the Bulge and had been captured by the Germans and escaped. And I looked at him and I said, when I was a kid I knew a man who was also in the Battle of the Bulge and he escaped. And that man was a true hero to me because he taught me an awful lot about life. And he said to me, what was that man's name? And I said, that man's name was Benny Janeski from Lambertville, New Jersey. He looked at me in surprise and awe, and he said, that's my father. And so I met Benny Janeski Jr. I had known his father and his mother from many years ago. In fact, I knew they lived on Rock Hill Road in Lambertville, or Rocktown Road in Lambertville, and that his father had a TD9 bulldozer, and it started with gas and ran then with diesel. You switched it over from gas to diesel. I knew his father was a great mechanic and a great operator of heavy equipment. And I said to him, you know, I knew his father very well. I saw him sometimes daily back in the 60s when I knew him. And so that's the story I wanted to tell you today about the two men that mean a lot to me, my father and Benny Janeski.
I knew for sure you weren't a Democrat, because I'll tell you what, no Democrat buys trees from me because they want free trees from the government.
No, I'm what I call progressive. I mean, I think that there's people that need help from the government, and I'm willing to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe in helping people too. Here's what I'm really for this year. I would vote for the guy from Bernie.
Yeah,
Bernie. I'd vote for Bernie. Number one, I'd vote for Bernie. Number two, I'd vote for Donald Trump. Number three, I'd probably vote for Cruz. On the very bottom of the list, I'd put Hillary.
Hillary?
Yeah, I can't stand Hillary. No, I can't stand her.
Well, I don't have a problem with Bernie Sanders, except that nothing he says is going to happen.
Well, that's why I like him.
I don't know why he thinks
That's why I like him.
Going to happen.
That's why I like him, because nothing will happen. That's the best of both worlds. When government does the least, that's when it does the best.
Donald Trump is the total sleaze. I'm 70 years old. I've known about Donald Trump for decades. He's always been a sleaze, right from the word go. He lies constantly. He doesn't believe anything he says.
He must have gotten that from Hillary.
His campaign. I think it's a joke. I think he's just trying to see how much he can get away with, how stupid people really are.
Well, look, we're pretty stupid. We elected Barack Obama and George Bush.
You're going to get off of this, or I'm not going to even order from you.
Okay, so
what do I need to tell you next?
nothing. I have your address. We'll put it on a truck, and we have a truck going that way. We'll drop it off for you. Okay.